What's up, Contractor Envy family? And today we're bringing you this awesome video that we just did with Stacy the GC, straight out of Atlanta. But I'm telling you, this guy is licensed in 5, 6, 7, I don't know. He's got so many licenses, and he want to share with you his journey and also bring to you his opportunity to work with him in his Build For You Academy, which is teaching you how to build from the ground up. So let's go ahead and lock in. And if you got any questions, any comments, hit them in the comments below, and let's dive into it and do what we do best. As you can see. So we're here today talking to the one and only Stacy the GC. So yes, I gotta say this, man. I'm a big fan of yours. I've been watching you and following you on the social media channels. And I just want to say, man, you know, what you're doing for the community, right? Of the followers that, you know, are part of your journey, man, I thank you so much. But we know you. Introduce yourself to the people, man.
Hey, I am Stacy the GC. I've been doing real estate since 2005. So I've been in this real estate game for about 20 years now. Started off doing wholesaling, then graduated to flipping, then graduated to doing new construction. I started doing my first new construction in 2015. Unfortunately, I had partnered up with the wrong individual, wrong general contractor, led me down the wrong path, did a lot of shady things, and I ended up losing over 6 figures on my first new construction. Pretty much, I would have broke a lot of people, but for me, it was a great, valuable lesson. And it also motivated me to move forward with getting my GC license, because I wanted to prevent things like this from happening to other individuals, what happened to me. So in 2020, I got my first GC license in Georgia, residential basic. Then I got my license in Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, and I just got my license in Florida. I passed my NASCLA exam, and I got my light commercial in Georgia as well now.
Oh my goodness. So going back to the beginning of that, because that was like, hold up, you just hit punch, 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 punch. So you're licensed in multiple states. You also have a NASCLA, which is the commercial license for the 16 states reciprocity. But when you were on your first build, you didn't even have a license, right?
No. So I partnered up with someone who my brother actually went to high school with. And typically, I do my research on that person. And I did. He showed me a couple of projects that were already completed. I didn't talk to any of the subs or anybody who he worked with. And like, I think about it now, we was building a 5,000 square foot house. Back then, 5,000 square foot house on a basement.
Right.
And he told me he could build it for $250,000. You know, and I think when you're new, you like, okay, if you tell me you could build it for 250, you don't know what you don't know. So I believed him. But once we started moving, I was like, there's no way we could build this house for $250,000. We ended up spending, I believe, over $700,000 on this house.
Right.
We had to do the basement the basement itself sat off the ground about 12 feet. We had to do a huge retaining wall. You had to brick everything. We was in a subdivision called Eagles Landing, which is a prestigious subdivision down here. I mean, it was a lot. I mean, it really tested everything that you could test. You talking about no sleep. You talking about stress. You talking about having to rework things over and over, inspections failing all the time. It was a lot. It was a lot.
So were you on the journey of becoming a GC prior to that?
No, I had
that did it. No. That did it, right?
Yeah, I didn't even realize that you need to have a license to be a GC at that time. You know, I went from wholesaling where you never worried about a GC. I went from flipping where we're not pulling permits to flip a little cosmetic house like that around here. So I never had to worry about that. And then when it came to new construction, I still wasn't, you know, thinking about a licensed GC. I just said I needed somebody who had the experience, a general contractor who had the experience, because technically I'm a GC. I'm just not a licensed GC, right? Because I'm subbing everything out.
Right.
So I was not on the path of that. It wasn't even on my radar until this happened. And then once this happened, I said, I can't depend. Oh, so let me change that. I did build another house. And that general contractor, he helped me out to finish this first house that I got, messed up on. But he was charging me to consult and to pull permits like 10 grand just from the jump. So I was like, man, as much as I know I want to do it, I know myself, I'm like, man, if I'm doing 10 houses a year, that's $100,000. It only makes sense for me to go ahead and pull my, get my GC license. I didn't understand how hard it was going to be, but I went down that path and got it. And then from there, I just kept on getting to the other states, and I might even add some more.
So I can't skip over that part, because that's what we are built on, is that you making the decision to get the license. Tell us just a little bit about what it took for you to accomplish that, especially in Georgia, where you got to get pre-approvals and all that.
Yes. So from what I heard, which I didn't notice either, Georgia is probably one of the hardest states to get your license. So I got rejected with my application. I started off residential, got rejected. I said, you know what? Let me start off with light commercial. Sent that over, got rejected. I said, okay, let me go back to residential basic, got rejected. Then, they keep giving you those comments. You got to redo your application, send it back over to them. They got 21 days to respond. The 22nd day, I'm calling them. Then they escalated and all this other stuff, man. So just to get approved took me probably a year.
Oh my goodness.
A year just to get my approval. Yeah. So it's like determination and grit just to get through that process. And then after that process, I studied for the test. I'm an A student. I'm an A student, advanced student, went to the magnet program, all of that type of stuff. So in my head, I'm thinking I can study, but I don't have to study. So when I did my first test, I failed. Man, that just hurt me. That just hurt my soul, bro. It hurt my soul.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm out in the parking lot. I didn't want to call my girl. I was just like, how can I tell people I failed this test?
That's funny, man. I know a lot of people be feeling like that when it comes down to it, but you got your test, you got your first taste of it. Yeah, and they say you can only take it one time. You want to get the jitters out. But when you say you weren't prepared for it in a way, or you thought you were prepared for it, when you were getting denied, what was that? Was that because you didn't have the history, or what was it saying when you were getting all your denials?
I believe most of it, because this is, 5 years ago, 6 years ago now, when I was applying for everything, a lot of it was the experience. I was looking at, okay, I had experience in rehab. They were like, no, you got to have experience of new construction. Then I might show the times of new construction. They're like, nah, you got to have at least 4 years showing that you had new construction experience. And then we need you to have an engineer sign off for you. You got to show the general contractor to sign off for you. And so you got all these different little things. And the problem is that once you fix one thing and I sent it, then they would come back with something else. And then, when you're working a regular day and have family, kids, whatever else, then it might take me a few weeks just to get it back to them.
Right.
And then to start all over again. But yeah, it was always just something small. It was always something small that they needed me to do. And I take care of it and turn it back in.
So in this journey, you probably faced a lot of those, what we would think would be a roadblock that would shut a lot of people down and stop them from going forward. So you overcame that, got the license, right? And then what made you go from Georgia to Florida to Alabama? Like what took off and made you say, I need to expand?
Because of the fact that I do new construction, and I understand that land is cheaper in certain states, but the opportunity is just as good as here as far as the money that you can make. That's what made me want to just go ahead and say, let me go ahead and get my license in these surrounding states. I can get to pretty much all of them in a couple of hours or less.
Right.
I got a good friend of mine that I do a lot of JV partnerships with that builds out of Alabama all the time. My dad lives in North Carolina, so I'm up in Charlotte all the time. Right. Columbia right here, Greenville, South Carolina. My cousin owned a brokerage in Jacksonville, Florida. He flipped houses. So just all these different locations that I have some type of connection with. I'd rather have my license and then an opportunity come and I'm able to take advantage of that opportunity, then for opportunity to come and I don't have my credentials in place. So I just always want to be forward thinking. I'm always thinking about the future of what will happen. It's going to happen, because at this point I have people that's calling me from these different states that see me on social media. Hey, do you come to North Carolina? Yes, we do. Hey, do you come to South Carolina? Yes, we do. So already established to be able to get those permits pulled and bring my team out there if I need to.
Super. I gotta ask, because this is a question that somebody sitting here watching this now is like, how did he do it? Now, did you have to go take an exam in every single state?
So because I had the NASCLA done before I went to any of the other states, then it had the reciprocity, right? So I didn't have to take the construction test, but I did have to take the business law test for every state.
So clearing it up, when you went to get your original license, you went for the commercial license, or did you go for the residential and then move up to the commercial?
I went ahead, like I said, I went back and forth, and they kept denying me that I just did residential basic, and I had my residential basic for a few years, and then I went and did my NASCLA, and then I started taking my other ones, right? And then the messed up thing is, I thought when I took this hard 27 book NASCLA that when I wanted to get my light commercial, I wouldn't have to take a test. Well, here in Georgia, I still had to take a light commercial construction test, because they said the NASCLA is for the commercial, it's not for the light commercial. I'm like, but the commercial is even more strenuous than the light commercial. They said, nope, it's not how it works here. You still got to take the light commercial. I had to study all over again.
Well, at least it was like 11 books there, or 14.
But you know how I know, and if anybody watching this, you got to understand, you got to lock in. Like, you got to lock in. That don't mean you got to lock in all day, but you got to lock in every day. So I'll get up at 6 o'clock and I'll be locked in from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Then at night, I might be locked in from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Locked in. And I might even do a lunch session if I had the availability to lock in and to just study. Take the practice test, practice exam as much as I could.
Man, look at this. You gave up so many jewels just in that, because there's a lot of questions that I get, because our platform is mostly those who are seeking to get a license, but we got builders too, you know, people who are doing, you know, in construction and just want to take that leap like you did. And I did hear that when you take that NASCLA in Georgia, that's what you got to do. And now it's confirmed. If Stacy the GC said it, man, that's what it is. That's law. You hear what I'm saying? Hey, so now let's come to the day now. You're running, man. We had a conversation prior to jumping on, 16 plus projects at a time.
Correct.
Right. Working through systems. And so what are you, when I see you on social media, we see you running your own company, but what else do you do within your brand?
So within my brand, I do teach. I do have workshops that teach people how to actually build. So what we were doing for the last 3 years, and we had a lot of people try to duplicate what we're doing and take our books and duplicate them and try to replicate them. But anyway, we was teaching small workshop. We would just do a small workshop because we felt like doing it small, we was able to focus on those 6 to 8 individuals, or we would do one-on-one workshops. And then at that point, we would give them a discount off of our fee for what we typically would charge somebody to build a house. So of course we have investor fees, and then we have retail fees. So I mean, same way that you got vendors that have retail fees, and then you got wholesale fees, the same exact thing. And so once they went through the program, we would work with them. We would build houses with them, help them if they need help, assistance with looking for land, and wanted to make sure that the land looked good, everything like that. And then also too, once they did 2 builds with us, I've had 2 individuals so far that I signed off on that have received their GC license from working with us as well. So we got that. Like you said, with the social media, I got some stuff coming out for the kids. I have a book that's out that's been published for over, I think, the last 1.5 years, 2 years. I got a book that I published. We got a cartoon show. We got a little skit show that we do. And it's all of these things is all about real estate. So
No stuff.
all of it is about real estate. So even when it comes to business and people talk about 7 streams of income, I always try to tell people you can create 7 streams within the same kind of category that you're in. It don't mean you gotta have 7 streams. I'm a real estate person. I'm a tech mogul. I'm a stock trader. You know, I got a restaurant. I got a clothing brand. Because then you can stretch yourself super thin. But when you're doing, you know, you can sell. We got lots. We can sell lots. We got classes. You make money on social media. Make money off of books. So you have all these different streams that you have underneath, and you dig deep instead of going wide. That's what I always like to do.
Man, that is I wish I had a little clapping thing and just like give it up. That was so dope, man. So you help in your coaching program, basically, right? Show them step by step. Tell us a little bit more about that process. How long does it take for someone to, you know, graduate from your program or be in it, period?
Okay. So it's 2 different things. The last 3 years, the way we've been doing it is we have a 2-day workshop. You come and we have an on location the very first day, and we're there for about 7 hours, and we go through all of the paperwork. We go through soil tests, we go through surveys, architectural plan, site plan, permits, hard money loan funding, business credit, to clearing and grading, foundation, building a house, getting it dried in, all the way to certificate of occupancy. So normally by day 1, everybody's head is like killing them because there's a lot of information.
Right.
Then the second day we love to do a site visit. So we take you actually to our sites and we show you everything that we have going on so that you can take the knowledge and you can see it in real life and start connecting it. Right. Now, the thing is, you have to be 100% honest with yourself, and I have to be 100% honest with any mentee. You're not going to really connect the dots until you do your first bill. When you do your first bill, when you take that knowledge, you're going to say, okay, now I see what he's talking about. Okay, now I see what he's talking about. And you go through that bill, then you're going to really understand everything, because consciously, or subconsciously is going to your subconscious, but consciously you still can't connect. Okay, when I talk about footing or digging the footing, how deep a footing got to be, you got to hit hard earth. You won't really understand it unless you on the field. You see us out there digging with the excavator. We go get the rebar. We actually poking it and showing you like, hey, this is what we're talking about. These are your 2 runs of rebar. Now you'll see it on the field, but in one day you're not going to really be able to get it. But a bill is going to take you 4 to 6 months from permitting all the way through. So you're going to be there. We make sure that you're involved from the beginning to end. So you're involved with us looking at the architectural plans, making changes. Hey, I think this would be better. Let's do this. Instead of doing this, let's capitalize on this. Let's make this more square footage of heated space here, because that's going to give you more value at the end of the day. So we really go with you throughout the whole thing. Now, how long it lasts, people from our very first class, we're still rocking with them to this day.
Wow.
So it wasn't no time limit, no timetable. It's like once you took the class, we with you from that point on. We got you.
And so how long is the class?
That class
just
was
the class
days.
part.
The
2
class,
days? So it's, hey, I'm gonna give it to you, and then we're gonna do hands-on.
Yep. That's
really dope, man. And is it only in Georgia, or are we in every place that you're licensed?
So, man, we've had so many people fly in here to Georgia. And we actually flown out to Houston because we got a bill for you, Houston, as well, where our other partner builds houses all the time. We actually got some duplexes going on out there now. So we're expanding to Houston, and we want to have a bigger footprint and impact out there. But right now, people fly into Atlanta, and that's where we have 98% of our classes are here in Atlanta. Now, like I was saying, this is our first way of doing it these last 3 years. Now, we done had so many students say, man, Stacy, y'all should be doing, auditoriums. You all should be going to the hotels. Y'all should be doing it with the masses. And I'm like, the only thing about that is I just don't know if we can really focus on people and give them as much information and knowledge.
Right.
However, online, you could do all of that and people could be self-paced.
Yeah.
So for the last couple of months, we have been working on our online university. And what we want to do, the same way I think that we changed the game up with our workshops. And like I said, a lot of people was looking at what we was doing and taking some things, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is. We all do that.
Right.
The same way we want to do this university, where what we're doing, nobody is doing what we're doing or going to have the things that we're going to do for the people that graduate this university. So it's none of that fluff. It's none of that how much you can make. This is all about education, and you take that education and you make what you want to make, or you don't make what you want to make. Just like if you go to college, it's going to be on you at the end of the day, but we're going to give you all the tools and to understand exactly what that takes. So you will have the course for a year once you pay for it. And then also, too, we're going to have webinars once a week. We're still deciding how long the webinars are going to be, but we want to make sure that we're actively engaging with individuals, right? And then the thing is, how do you get people to stick with it? So the only way that I figured to have people stick with it is that it got to be something that motivates people to say, what's going to make me want to get to the end? So it's things that we're going to put in there, like the lots that we have, like we got about 15 lots right now. Well, when you graduate, if we decide to sell a lot, only the people that graduated we had an opportunity.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
We know the lot is good because we bought the lot for ourselves. So you already getting a good lot. Number two, when it comes to hard money loan, well, we got a preferred hard money lender that we deal with where most of these people are newbies. So it's hard for them to get a new construction hard money loan. Well, I can co-sign for that hard money loan for those individuals if they graduate.
Right.
So that takes care of a lot of your funding problems right there.
Yeah. So
with your new, about 10 things that they get too. I'm not gonna put it all out there right now, but
say the sauce. Say the sauce, man. We just gonna stir up the pot a little bit, man. Meat and potatoes, man. Yeah. So you telling me now you about to take this program and offer it to where the expansion now is online also. And you're going to be able to open up some more of those doors to other, locations.
Correct.
Okay. Hey, well, y'all hearing it right now. There's going to be a waiting line around the block trying to get, around the U.S. trying to get in his door. I'm telling you, I don't know what he's getting himself into. I don't think he knows what he's getting himself into. Because what we're seeing, even just with the follower base, it's not just having a number of followers. It's those who are really engaged and like really following what you're doing and hoping that they get some of that game that you're giving them just from the videos. And now you're offering the opportunity for them to come into a program and work hand in hand with you. And I know for those who, even believe they can't, but hey, they're going to be like, you know what? This is my opportunity. That's going to be really, 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 really awesome, man. So thank you for that too. So with that program now shifting, and we are talking about launching soon.
Yes, so we're looking to launch in the next 2 weeks. Okay. And so like I was telling the team, everybody wanted to be perfect. I was like, listen, y'all, it don't have to be perfect. It ain't even got to be great. It just got to be good. We just got to put something good out because our good, I promise you, everybody who's seen it so far, who we gave a little presentation to, they can't believe how much information and knowledge. They said we actually should charge more. So I'm not going to say a price right now because we're still fluctuating the price that we're going to come out with. But they're saying that we should be charging more than the target price that we're looking for. Because when I tell you, this is better than the 2-day class, because in the 2-day class, you still got to compact all of this stuff into 2 days.
Right.
This right here is so many videos. We have so many walkthroughs so that you can see every phase of a house. We do walkthroughs through templates. We do walkthroughs through SOWs. We do walkthroughs through takeoffs, material lists, so that you can understand how to do your own numbers. A newbie can understand how to do their numbers after taking this course. They will understand the inspections that you have to go through so that nobody can get over on you. If you need to go back while you building your first house without us, you will understand the process from beginning to end. So that in itself is going to save you thousands of dollars, just that alone. So this program to me is going to be revolutionary. To be honest, it's a program I wish I had. Let me put it like that.
Man, well, I might have to get it. No, I'm messing. License or not, I might have to go over here and see what's going on, man. We building houses. How many houses you think you've been a part of or built so far in just this short span of time? Believe you said you had your license for the last 8 years or 5?
2020, got my license. In the last 5 years, it's so funny because I go online sometimes. You can go like build a Zoom and they'll show you, but I can go into my folder, my file, and probably we're in 2025. We're in October right now. I've probably done about 40 houses.
Yeah.
This year.
This year. Punchline. This year. 40 houses.
Mm-hmm.
Do you sleep?
It's not all new construction, so I'm not going to say it's all new
the permits, right?
Yeah, but we do rehabs. But I have a team that takes care of the rehabs. I have a whole crew that does my rehab work. I still go to them. I do my numbers, and then I kind of let them go off and do their thing. We built great relationships at this time. New construction is my passion at this point. Ever since I got into it, I knew that's what I love to do. Right. Rehab is fine. It's cool. The bigger the rehab, the better it is for me. The more challenging it is for me. I love it. So I like to have those challenges. And I think that's one of the biggest things too. Like you're challenging yourself just to get your GC license. But once you get over here to the field, it really gets real. You're going to have challenges that you can't even think the challenges that you're going to have.
Right.
I've seen so much right now. It's a lot. So I don't sugarcoat nothing for nobody because I want to scare you. I want to scare you so bad that if I scare you so bad and you still want to do it, this is for you.
This is for you.
If I scare you and you don't want to do it, you're like, nah, it's too much. You're absolutely right. It is too much for you. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. It's as simple as that.
Do you sleep? I'm curious.
I'm in bed, to be honest with you, I'm in bed 10:30, 11 o'clock. I try to be in bed 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, every night. And I'm up around 6 a.m. every morning.
Yeah. Got a system. Staying in a routine.
Yep.
Okay. So we got the next step with this program, and we got a lot of aspirations and big dreams to make it happen, right?
Yes.
Where's the legacy leading you to? What are you working towards? Let's just say for this next, 5-10 years. Man,
what I want, and it's so funny you said that word legacy. I just said this to my wife the other day. My legacy is that when I'm gone, I want people to be able to learn and to eat and to change their lives off of something that I put out here into the world.
Absolutely.
So what I want to do with this company is I want to create a one-stop shop for an individual. An individual come and learn. An individual can come and build. An individual can get their license. An individual can get funded through us. An individual can get their lots. Like, I want to create a whole community of builders, true builders. I'm telling you, so many people, and I appreciate the good people that's out here that's mentoring people, because it is a few, but it's not a lot. I do appreciate those. But even we was talking years ago, we want to buy big parcels of land, right? Subdivide those land. That land is going to be for students only. Now we can have one place where all these different houses are going up at different times, where when we have site visits, we can have everybody come there. When we hard money loan, I want to get to the point where we can actually be the private money lender for our mentees.
Right.
So I'm thinking 5, 10, 15 years ahead, where we're $1 billion company.
Right. Oh, Did I hear a B? What was that number again?
A
That's what I'm
billion
talking
dollar
about.
company.
And it's very feasible now because the way the world is, like you say, you went from doing it in person and now
Mhm.
you're about to open the door up to pretty much the world, right? So legacy, I hear it, man. I think you're going to definitely, I mean, ain't no think, man. You are doing everything that needs to be done to accomplish that goal, right?
Mhm.
Before we close it out, I want to hit some of those key points that I heard, and a lot of people are going to ask, all right, what did he mean by team? Like, what does it take, to put this together, in the aspect that you're doing? What kind of team are you talking about?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's no money. You can't pay people for this. You have to have people that believe in your vision as much as you do.
Yeah,
That's your team.
yeah,
When we started this, people were basically working with me for free because we had a vision of where we wanted to go. Anybody who's seen what we was doing 5 years ago to what we're doing now, you would call it success overnight. People like, oh, he blew up overnight. But this has been a 20-year journey to
right.
get to this point. And a lot of the people around me now seen a lot of that growth over these last 20 years and wanted to be a part of that. And so we just came together and just slowly but surely, I've been giving them my knowledge. We've been learning, we've been getting experience to the point now where they can build a house. I don't even have to go see a house. I literally do not have to go see a house at this point. I can look at the plans. I can give it to one of my project managers. He know all the contractors. He go out there. He'll take all the pictures, all the photos, schedule the inspection. I literally can be hands off. That's
Yeah,
how you're able to grow. That's
yeah.
how you have a good team.
Scaling. And I always tell, all of the members that we have, there's a starting point, but it's hard to find that ending point because there's always another challenge, right? And
Yes.
so, I work with clients up to a certain point, and then we got other coaches and mentors that come in that have the experience. Because, for me, I can't teach you something I don't know.
That's right.
I would be a hypocrite. So I stick to what I know. I can help you get a license, get the business, get to
Mhm.
1 to 1.5, and then I'm calling in your next coach. You know what I mean? So,
There you go.
but,
Yeah.
but with that, it's interesting to hear you really speak about this and be genuine on your approach of like you're just trying to help as many people as possible. So
Mhm.
that's another, when it comes to not only just our people, you know what I mean, but in people in general, you get this gift and you don't want to share it, right? I know there was plenty of times that you probably asked for advice and it just wasn't given, right? Or it
Mhm.
was given in a way that it wasn't informative to help you overcome whatever you were trying to overcome. So seeing this and hearing it, man, you doing good, not only for, the people in your program, but again, for all of us that are following and watching you really even like you're doing this interview, giving us the jewels. And man, I thank you so much, man, for real.
Man, no problem. No problem. I appreciate it, man. I
So
feel like my calling is to help people, man, for real.
yes, hey, and as well, I know that's my calling.
Mhm.
It's I want to, I want to be successful. I want to have financial freedom. So there's no number to that. But I get fulfillment out of helping.
Yeah.
If I could take my gift, what I'm passionate about, which is construction, that's I live, breathe construction, and I can help you overcome whatever it is based on my experience.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, man. We
And,
we doing
and
good.
it's been said so many times, and somebody had told me this a long time ago, but the correlation between helping people and being successful go hand in hand. The
Yeah.
more people you help, the byproduct is the richer you become.
Yeah.
It's just how it happens.
Yeah, you might have been listening to Myron Golden, man.
I never listened to that. I heard of him. I didn't know who he was till my sister just told me about him the other day. So I know
He
I
is
didn't get
tough.
it. I read a lot of books. I read a lot of books though,
Yeah.
and I used to listen to a lot of podcasts. But someone told me that a long time ago when I was younger, and I heard it throughout my adult life, and it's so true. And my wife was sometimes like, Stacy, why you be helping so many people? I'm like, man, you got to have an open hand. If you close this, you're not going to retain anything. And just
Yeah.
for a prime example, I got a partner of mine. that before he was even a partner of mine, I helped him out on a situation. He got a stop work order. Good guy, we talked. I helped him out. Did I get paid? Yes, I got paid for the services that I provided. However, I came through when he needed me. I came through expeditiously. Like, he didn't have to follow up with me. I make sure to take care of him. And that's when somebody needs me, I make sure that I treat them like the same way I would want to be treated. You fast forward, now this dude is bringing multi-million-dollar deals to me.
Ooh.
He's like, Stacy, I mess with you. Stacy, I trust you. I don't trust nobody else. You've always been the one to give me the best advice. I don't care whether it hurt my feeling or not. You always been real with me. You always helped me out. You got me to this point. So he brings deals to me all the time. So that just shows if I wasn't that person to help him, then it wouldn't come back full circle back around and help me. Now he's helping me to expand and grow my business. And and I got so many stories the same way, just like that, same thing. Just helping people out, then they refer me to somebody else. They refer me to somebody else. They refer me to somebody else. Man. Believe me, if I was the opposite and I was stingy and I didn't want to help nobody, because I've had people even come to me, oh, I was dealing with this other GC man and he had this attitude and he this and he that, and somebody told me about you. Hey, and then once they work with me one time, we stay locked in.
Absolutely. Well, man, again, this is I'm trying to stay locked in.
Yes, sir.
I gotta say this. We're putting this out in the community because from the moment I seen you, and then a lot of people don't even answer the DMs, or when people reach out, they see like it's competition, or they don't understand what collabing mean, or making an opportunity happen for each other. I don't care how many followers you got. I mean, what can we do together to make both missions accomplished? So I'm doing this because I know there's members in our community that are hungry for this information and hungry for a program like this, and I just want to offer it to you guys, meaning the community that's watching, so that you can have access to it. And this we putting our stamp on this. He don't even need it, but we putting our stamp on this. So is there two things before, well, one thing before we close, but two things. What is the brand? Because you're in front of the brand and we ain't seen it yet. What's the name of the brand? Build for You University. There it is. Thank you. That's gonna have somebody dreaming tonight. And then is there any last words or anything you want to say before we close it out?
No, I want to say I appreciate what you're doing, because like even what I was saying with everything we want to do as a one-stop shop, when it comes to helping somebody get their GC license, that could mean sending people your way, because if you're good at what you're good at, then that takes away from what I'm good at. I'm good at the building side. I don't even want to really teach the license side like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a tedious thing right there. Yeah. So I'm partnering up with people, making sure you have a good mentor at the end of the day. Stay focused, stay consistent, stay positive. And at the end of the day, bro, I was homeless at 15, still going to school, had a kid when I was 16, turning 17. Had a lot of situations growing up, had some, legal situations growing up, was poor several times, dead broke with barely anything or negative in my checking account, to where I'm at now. And I know it sounds so cliche when people say, if I can do it, you can do it. But I truly understand that, to where I'm at now, that I didn't think was possible. I knew where I wanted to be, but you still don't think it's possible. People are like, I want to be a millionaire, but they don't really, truly feel like they can be a millionaire. But if you truly believe that you can, you can. And so I just really want to put that out there, man. Believe in yourself. And if you want to do this, we can't wait to see you, help you out, and we're going to be at the top with each other.
Y'all heard it. This is that Nelly. I don't even know what to call the show anymore, man. He just took the show. We going to call this Build for You show right now, because the game that he gave out is only to help you guys on your journey. So I want to thank you, Stacy, for coming. I want to thank everybody who stayed till the end,
Appreciate
and
it.
we're going to bring you more value every time we show up. This is the Nail It Podcast and the Contractor Envy Community, and I want you to do what you do best and nail it.
Contractor Envy. As you can see, ain't no stopping us. Best in the city, we can build a house. If you can